Hey everybody, how you guys doing? Well, we got another clutch eggs to cut here. This should be a first. We thought this was going to happen a couple weeks ago, but we had a miscommunication with our snakes. Anyway, what we've got here is a clutch eggs from a female. She could be a purple, she could be a lav. She's one of those ones that's right in between. I think she's a purple. We bred her to an albino super tiger sunfire. He was a white, so what we're hoping for here is a complete clutch of lavenders, half of which will be albino sun tigers, which should be their first lavender albino sun tigers. So let's see what we got here. The first egg we have here, as you can see, is starting to pip. So we'll cut it open and see what we got. Sometimes sun tigers are hard to tell the difference between a normal albino tiger and a sun tiger. It's generally by the tail that you tell. And this looks like a normal lavender tiger. Let's see what this one is. Well, that tells us what our female was. Our female was a lavender, not a purple. Because here's a white tiger. And it's a normal tiger. No sun tigers yet. Try this one. And there's another white. Again, it looks like a normal, not a sun tiger. Another white. Looks like a normal. Half this clutch should be sun tigers. The whole clutch should be tigers, because it was a super to a normal. But it was a super tiger sunfire. So where's our sunfires? There's one. That is a white sun tiger. You can see by the sides are bright orange. Can't see the tail, don't want to dig too deep yet, but still looking for a lab. I think we've produced 4 or 5 albino sun tigers so far, and they've all been whites. Another normal tiger. And there's a sun tiger. That's a pretty one. I don't know if you can see the orange on the sides, very bright orange. Again, we won't dig them out. That's another sun tiger. Now that one is a lav. So that is the first lavender sun tiger that I know of. Definitely the first one we've ever made. Another sun tiger, another lav. That one's a beautiful one. Very pretty. Another lav sun tiger. So now we're hitting the odds. Half the clutch should be sunfires. I don't know if you can see on film, but to the naked eye it's really obvious which ones are sunfires and which ones are not. Another one. That's a beautiful one. Beautiful sun tiger. You see that? Zoom in on that. Beautiful snake. As those get bigger, they almost lose all their pattern, except from the neck down to about the first third of the body. Wow, there's another one. Beautiful. Colors are much brighter in the sunfires than in normals. Another one. Wow. Started off slow, but now we're coming around. The last 10 eggs have been sunfires. There's a normal white tiger. There's a, wow, look at that one. That is a sunfire. Bright orange on the sides. Beautiful. And that's a lavender too. We made a few lavenders here. Try to cut the egg with. There's a little bit dehydrated egg, but the baby looks okay inside. Again, looks like another lavender sunfire. Let's see this one. Another one, wow. Lots and lots of sunfires in this clutch. Look how bright the sides are on that one. Beautiful snake. That is a really nice one there. After a couple days, these should all absorb the yolk sac and be out of the egg, and hopefully in a couple weeks they'll shed and get them eaten. And that's a normal white tiger. Another normal, looks like a lavender. Here come the normals. Wow. That is a sunfire. This was a fairly big clutch. I think we had 44 eggs. I believe I did a count earlier on. I think 42 of them were making it. So there's another sunfire. Distinct tail pattern. Wow, looks like another sunfire. It's amazing. There's still a whole nother box of eggs to go, so there's another sunfire. Another lavender. I know Jay's told you guys in the past that we pip the egg. As soon as we see an egg slit, we cut the top off. That ensures that the baby won't drown. I know it looks a little disgusting and a little unnatural, but this absolutely improves the chances of all these babies making it. And there's a normal. So it looks like, I don't know how many, but it looked like about 75% were sunfires in that box. We'll see what the next box has. Another 20 eggs or so. Wow. That is a pretty snake. I don't know for sure. That looks like a normal white phase. There's another lavender sun tiger. That's weird. There's a normal. Now that's an unusual. That's unusual right there. And this happens occasionally. This is a normal. It's not a tiger. And this was absolutely from a super tiger sunfire to a normal lav female. And we got what is not supposed to happen, which is a normal in a clutch like that. But it does happen occasionally. So genetic differences aren't always set in stone. If anybody watches our videos, you'll see we hatched a leucistic. Wow, that's a beautiful sun tiger. We hatched a leucistic from a breeding that shouldn't have produced a leucistic. So you never know what's going to happen. Most of the time you do, but not always. And that looks like another normal. So it happened again. Nope, that's a tiger. It's a normal tiger. These shells are thick. And Corey's arm is getting tired holding that camera.
Sure is.
Normal tiger. Tough. That's looks like a sun tiger. And that looks like a normal. So we're starting to see some normals to balance it out. And that's definitely normal. A lot lighter. And there's another normal. Half the clutch should have been normals and half should have been sunfires, and it just depends on how you cut the eggs. And that looks like a set of twins. Maybe not, but that's a normal. Does look a little cramped in there, like there might be a second baby in there, which is, believe it or not that uncommon either. And there's another normal. And another normal. That's a sunfire. And that looks like a normal. And that looks like a sunfire. Wow, it's beautiful. And that definitely is a sunfire. And if I stay on these edges, wow, there's a beautiful sunfire there. Beautiful snake. When he get his first breath of air there. A normal. And another sunfire. Beautiful one. So that was pretty good. We started off a little high sunfire, and then I think it kind of balanced itself out, but I think we ended up, excuse me for it, ended up with what looks like about maybe 25 sun tigers in that clutch. I'll have to count them later. Now I have a small clutch from a double het genetic stripe albino that we rotated 3 fathers into. We rotated a tiger double het genetic stripe albino, an albino genetic stripe, and a sunfire het genetic stripe. This is a very small clutch. Didn't get a full fertile clutch with this female. I think we have 12 eggs and 5 of them made it. And they're starting to look a little discolored, so they've got me concerned. These eggs are already 81 days. These eggs here cut at 79 days. So these eggs were laid 2 days before these. So we're definitely going to cut these in the hopes that they're okay. Now this is a discolored egg, and it would not surprise me if the embryo or the baby is not doing well or something happened. Yeah, which is what I thought. It's a beautiful snake. Can't even tell what it is. Some sort of striped, crazy looking thing. It is not alive. Which this is actually something we see quite a bit of, is snakes with deformities or snakes with problems often turn out to look like a new morph, almost like something you've never seen. Like this thing, I've never seen a snake that looked like this, completely striped from head to tail, even though it's not a genetic stripe. And I'm talking about the dorsal pattern is completely striped. Would have been a great looking snake if it had made it, but there's something linked with it being defective, and that's why it didn't make it. So they generally don't. So that would have been a really nice looking snake if it had made it, but unfortunately those two go together like that. So we'll hope that these are okay. And there's always a possibility here we could see 4 normals. There could be a couple sunfires. There could be albinos. Could be albino genetic stripes in here. The chances are very, very slim. Could be normal genetic stripes, which in this case there's a normal genetic stripe. Actually, I'm wrong. This is a sunfire genetic stripe. So now we know who the father was. The father was a sunfire, which is what I thought. And it is a beautiful sunfire genetic stripe. If you look right here, you'll see that it's red instead of, most genetic stripes have kind of a bluish color to them. The sunfire in this turns the belly color red. And in all actuality, this snake looks a little bit, maybe 2 days away from cutting on its own. This snake will be fine, but we're not going to cut the rest of the eggs, judging by that egg. So we'll let those go for a couple more days, and we'll cut them, and we'll see what we get. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care. Check out our website. Take care.